back, ladies and gentlemen, and you join us again from where we've just made the first part of our journey to Malaga to go and redo my DMT. I've just driven up here and ditched my bike in fantastically free motorbike parking, which is great. And yeah, that was a little sticky old run all the way up there. A bit of M3, a bit of M25, a bit of M1, and a bit of arsing around. But surprisingly easy once we got here. So yeah, quite happy about that. So it's a little trip off to the terminal and to go and check in on snotty old Ryanair, which means my baggage is very, very limited. I've got one bag, and doubtless they're going to try and charge me for breathing or some silly shit like that, because that's Ryanair for you. Anyway, first part of the trip over. So yes, why, I hear you ask, on the hottest day of the year so far, when the UK is sweltering under some kind of heat wave, they tell me over the next couple of days in the UK it's going to be like 33 or something crazy like that. Anyway, this seems bonkers to be getting on a plane and going somewhere else, but it's got to be done. Every 2 years I need to redo my DMT ticket. Now, what this actually involves is doing a bit of classroom stuff over the internet for a couple of days, then flying down to Malaga in southern Spain for 2 days of sewing up chicken breasts and pretending that something nasty's happened. This isn't too much of a problem, but it is a bit of a faff. So here we are, Monday afternoon, jumping on the flight, EasyJet, and got a pickup organised at the other end. Not hiring a car this time, not doing any Airbnb shit. I'm going straight to the hotel, which is right opposite the training centre, which is very, very convenient, which is wonderful. And then we're going to sew up our chicken. I'm not kidding about this. One of the skills is suturing, and they slash holes in chicken breasts, and then you have to sew them up. Lovely, lovely suturing. Sadly, you don't even get to keep the piece of chicken afterwards, because it's all been flushed out with some chloral wash or whatever it is. So yeah, the big joke about going to another country to save the chicken, it's a thing. Anyway, off we go now into the springboard to the Balearics Luton Airport. Stay with us. Well, good morning, and after what I can only describe as an earth-shaking flight last night, amongst some of the most budget travellers you could possibly imagine to travel with, I've pitched up this morning at lovely Ben Al Medina. So let's take a little look around. It's actually quite nice. It's not much of a beach here, it's more of a small port, but yeah, Ben Al Medina, it's actually quite civilised. It looks like it's going to be a nice warm day today, so I'm dressed appropriately. Actually, I'm wandering around looking like Ray Mears this morning. I don't know quite why, but yeah, I'm going to go and get a coffee and a donut or something, and then the games begin. Here we have the actual training centre, which is Ian's little bit. It's all very nicely laid out, and yeah, there it is, trauma training. So that's going to be where we're going to play for the next couple of days. Right, stick with us. Now, being a creature of habit, I gravitated straight back to where I was, the places I knew before, to this fantastic bakery they've got down here, and this is just my usual haunt for the morning. So this morning, aside from all these lovely pastries and everything, we've got a cheese and ham croissant and a sandwich for later. So yeah, nice. The Eagle has landed. We've got some food support. Actually, this is a fantastic breakfast. Look at that. bacon and everything. Superb. Yeah, you know you've come to somewhere different, where instead of a lost cat sign, it's a lost tortoise sign. Anyway, somebody perdeeded their Tortuga. So yeah, if you see a Tortuga waddling around, we'll call this number. Well, here we are back outside the training centre in Ben Al Medina, and it's a scorching hot day, beautiful blue sky, wilting palm trees, and we're just through up to the halfway point. What have we done this morning? Played around with some airways, had a few lectures, and it's all going very nicely. So we haven't quite saved the chicken yet, we haven't done our final scenarios, but it's all looking good. Well, welcome back. That was the first day done with, and out of the 8 people that are on our little course, 5 of them are just doing it the whole thing, and the other 5 are doing it, and the other 3 are just doing a little refresher. So we've kind of finished for the day, and I've just been for a little shop, and now we're going for a little bit of a walkabout. Everything's okay today. We shoved a few needles in and talked to 2 Spanish intensive care nurses about how they hate doctors and they prefer to be back in England. A lot of them have worked in the UK at hospitals in London before they came back after Brexit, so their take on things is a little bit different. Where are we now? We're at the marina bit now, which is kind of just over the road from the centre, and there's lots of tat and touristy shoppingy things. So stick with us, we're going for a bit of a waddle.
Because I'm about to do something surgical, what do you reckon is screaming in my head?
ANTT. Well, day 2, the last day, and already things are going very nicely. We've sewed up the chicken, we've shoved some plumbing into a set of artificial genitals, and the time is ticking out. So the shortage of one little final exam. Now we've just had a little toasted sandwich up the road. I'm going back in to have a nice cold drink of water and get ready for the last little bit. Not sure what time we'll finish today, but I've already booked my transfer at the airport and it is getting hot. So get into some shade and have some water is the name of the game. Well, that was it. Finished the course, got the certificate, even got a t-shirt this time. Not a bad thing at all. So now, all we've got to do is just get home. Thanks for coming with us. Cheers.